Thank you for waiting, dear colleagues. I would like to invite the Plenipotentiary and Extraordinary Ambassador of Japan to Ukraine, Mr. Shigeki Sumi, on the information about signing of the Agreement on Protection of Investments. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I wanted to make a good announcement. About 1 hour ago, I signed with Minister Abramovich's, Minister of Economic Development and Trade, on the agreement of the protection of the investment, because it's more than 4 years hard work products, and this agreement constitutes two pillars. One is to promote the investment in both countries, from Japan to Ukraine, from Ukraine to Japan, and also to protect the investment once it is done. So I hope with this transparency, the investment, particularly from Japan to Ukraine, will be promoted, because as you know, now the Ukraine faces great challenges, and then Japan believes that what Ukraine needed now is the economic development. And then, as you know, the experience in the Eastern Asia, Japanese investment going to the China, Korea, and ASEAN countries made a miraculous development of those countries in recent years. So I hope this agreement led the way to attract more investment from Japan to Ukraine. So if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to take.
Thank you very much, колеги. Чи є запитання до пана посла? Секунду.
Mr. Ambassador, what is the main targets of this deal?
You mean the area of the target, or
main agendas, main targets of these agreements between Ukraine and Japan?
Because again, as I said, that the two, particularly what is important is the protection of the investment in Ukraine once it comes. So if the Japanese investment was unreasonably, illegally, the confiscated tax, the companies of Japan has all right to make a claim against the government of Ukraine that, so that when company invest in Ukraine, they feel safe. That is main pillars of the investment on the side of Japan.
Japan gave Ukraine $2 billion, almost $2 billion.
More than 1.8 billion.
Almost $2 billion. Right. Do you see the progress? Do you see the reform? Do you see the result of this for this money?
But it takes some time, because just that happened in the past 1 year. So that, some money already is here, but some money is on the way. So we will see. But surely, this is a sort of condition that Ukraine continues to make a reform in all fields. So I hope combinations of the Japanese assistance, economic government official assistance, and the private sector will help the development of Ukraine.
And pardon me about the last question. What do you think about reform of decentralization in Ukraine? What the main progress? Because I know that you gave Ukraine $300 million, for that reform.
You mean your question, reform on
decentralization?
In private
decentralization.
Okay, right. We are already. I met Minister Yalesko, and she said that now decentralization take place. For example, now, if I do remember correct, 30% of the tax are now delegate to the local government. It used to be, the central government taxed everything, but so that this is going on. I think decentralization is very, very important because I visited, some schools and hospital in the eastern part of Ukraine, and what they said is in the past, when the money is allocated in the central government, by the time they reach the schools at local level, money is disappear somewhere. So I think this really is decentralization is very needed, because now when in the people really need money can directly make access the organization which allocate the money. So I think decentralization is very, very critically important, right, for Ukraine.
And what is about the bortnik station of irrigation? Bortnik station of irrigation. You gave 1.5 billion.
Yeah, right, yeah. Now, now Japanese expert is working on this. So my understanding, report is we publish very soon, so that that goes to the cabinet with the approval of the cabinet. Project will start very soon. But this is a huge project, 1.1 billion. So before the completion, it takes some time. But I hope a project would start without any delay.
Колеги, чи є ще
Are there any other questions, dear colleagues?
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Колеги, наступний наш брифінг.
The next briefing of Colonel Lysenko will take place in 5 minutes.